All right, it's Sunday. No, it's Saturday. Saturday sounds good. It's Saturday morning, and it's 9 a.m. and change, and we got to prep some Dungeons and Dragons. So it's a big Dungeons and Dragons weekend, actually. We ended up not being able to do our vodcast about minions last night, which makes me really sad. But I did do a lot of research about minions, and now I realize I need to add more minions to Red Hand of Doom. For sure. I think at a certain point, I will just have. I guess we just got to add them grunts in there. We got to add some hobgoblin and goblin grunts to kind of push that home. So I'm very tempted to work on that today while it's still fresh in my mind. But it has been 2 weeks since we prepped, and I can't even remember what happened and what we were working on. So, I think the last thing I remember is that they were having a standoff against the last remaining agent of the Red Hand within the Runes of Rest, and the dude was fleeing, and they were debating whether or not to pursue or deal with their injured allies. And I think that's where we left off. And they have a lot to discuss now, because they've got the Ruins of Rest, they've got the situation with the lizard folk they have to deal with, they got to deal with the elves, they got to deal with the Ghost Lord's phylactery. So there's a lot of stuff going on that they're going to have to get sorted out. From their current location, with all the stuff that they have to do, there is no way that they could make it to Brindle today. So I don't really think there's any reason for us to continue prepping Brindle and stressing out about it. But we can swing by Brindle and see what's what. All right, so here's the map of Brindle. I want to get a nice city of Brindle picture. I think there is one in the adventure itself. Let's see. And what we'll do is we'll just stick it in the bottom right corner so they have something nice to look at, and then we'll also use it as a thumbnail. If there isn't a good City of Brindle, I think all the City of Brindle pictures, the city is actually under attack, which is kind of sad. Let's see. So we'll just do D&D City, Red Ruse. Let's see what comes up. There we go. Perfect. This is from Cobalt Press's Midgard setting. It is the city of Zobek, but it very, 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 very much looks exactly how I would picture Brindle. So we'll go ahead and use that. So we'll do Brindle. Go. And go here. Here, and let's see, Brindle folder. Grab this, put that out there. Lovely. Move it to the bottom here. Alright, so we have our nice map labels, and we have the map itself labeled, and it's got extended area so that we can like have troop deployment and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. One of the other things that we could do for this is set it so that when you're measuring it, it actually measures miles. That might be kind of cool. So yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and make this art the thumbnail for Brindle as well. So we're going to go here, do preview image, override, like so. Alright, so then do we have a Claws of the Veil? We have Claude. So we'll use him as like the party marker. Now, in order to fit a lot of troops on here, I feel like we should change the settings so that Claude doesn't come out quite so big. So we're going to go back here. D&D time. That's right, freshly baked croissants. Freshly baked croissants. Sounds real good right now, actually. Were that this huge distance didn't separate us, freshly baked croissants, I would eat you for breakfast. Oh well. Let's see. Go in here. We're going to go to the grid. And let's see what we could do. If we change the grid size, that will change the size of Le Minis. So if we change this to 50, it should make Claude smaller without screwing anything up because we don't have any walls in the scene. And I feel like now we could fit a lot more things down on the map, having him that much smaller, because a medium creature is going to be 4 mediums will make 1 Claude. So that works out pretty well. So then, let's see, we're going to go back into the settings, and we got to figure out how big is Brindle. I'll be honest, it doesn't look overly large, all things considered. If we assume that the biggest building here is, let's see, let's Google it. How big is the U.S. Capitol building? All right. The U.S. Capitol building is 750 feet across. So that's actually pretty fucking big. So if the biggest building is 750 feet across, and let's see, how many feet in a mile? I believe it's 5,280. All right, so bear with me. 5,280 divided by 750. Okay, 5,280 divided by 750. Okay, so 7 of these building would equal 1 mile. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go like this. And we will assume, I'm going to assume that this isn't as big as the United States Capitol building, especially since this is just a city square right here. Let's say that square is 200 feet across. That seems good. No, it's got to be bigger than that. Alright. So if we did each building at about 50 feet, so that'd be 100. That'd be about 200. So I don't even think the city is a mile across. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, that is actually a very small city. Let's look in the adventure real quick. Maybe it'll give us some more information. All right. Red Hand of Doom. Great battles. Here we go. Map. Bridge. Attack on Drone's Ferry. Elves. We're actually very far along in the adventure, which is good. I'd hope so, 30 sessions in. I hope we're pretty far along in the fucking adventure. Let's see. Ghost Lord, and then we double back for City of Brindle. There's a big old map. There we go. There we go. So so it's 500 feet. So it is really small. Oh my god. Okay. I'm like, that's really small. Okay, let's see what we could do. Alright, let's go ahead and open up Photoshop. Oh, thank you. Alright. Oh, look, it's my travel stickers from Curse of Strahd. That shouldn't be too big of a spoiler. Alright. And we'll go here and grab that. I kind of wish I had done travel stickers for all of my campaigns, because it turns out I really like making travel stickers, which surprised me. I mean, I do graphic art for my a lot of my day job stuff, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Alright, so from start to finish, we're about 750 feet across. Yikes. Okay. So let's see. 750 north to south. Okay. So we're going to go to the settings for Brindle. And we're going to set the grid scale at 50 feet and see what we get. Measuring tool. Nope. So 25 feet? Oh, whoops. My bad. 50. This was the 50 I had to change. 25 feet. Hey, you know what? I'll fucking take it. That works pretty good. And then across is about 1,300 feet. That means that this big-ass building here is only 59 feet across. Wow. How big are these buildings? That building's only 20 feet across? Yeah, no, we're going to have to scale the town up. We're going to have to scale the town up. All right. So we'll go back to 50 feet. There we go. So now the town is about half a mile across. Almost perfectly half a mile across. That's pretty cool. Big building in the center, 100 feet across. That's much better for a big building. Huge open square, about 250 feet across, which is what I was shooting for before. So there we go. That is a good measurement. So we now have an accurate ruler to measure the distance of the town. Great. So I started making a list of maps that we might need for set piece locations within the city. But the thing is, I'm hoping not to have any battles in the city until the end of the campaign. So I don't really need, I think, to worry about those maps today, per se. But there really isn't that much more for them to do. But we're going to go back to the world map. I feel like I made some pretty damn good progress here on the city of Brindle. We've got all of this sorted out, and now it's just a matter of set piece locations. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. We got 30 minutes left to prep. We're going to do Brindle. Brindle items for sale. Oh, that's an old-ass document. Brindle current magic available. Red Hand remix document. That's what we want. Okay. And we'll do like this. All right, great. And let's see. Random encounters when flying. Flying monsters to Ghost Lord area. Abyssal Brews campfire. Scope this art. Scope old notes. Great. Those are great to-do list items. So we're going to do Brindle maps. All right. And let's see. We need city gates for sure. And we need a marketplace. Okay. And let's see, what would be another good one to have as a place of fighting? Shrine of Melora. That could be kind of cool. All right. Where is Shrine of Melora on the map? Number 8. Okay. I think we should make it like a tree or something. That might be kind of cool. Let's see. It just says Valorans. It doesn't actually say what Valorans does. It just says Valorans. And that's probably a typo on my part, but I might just leave it, honestly. Let's see. What is Valorans? We'll go ahead and shrink this down a bit. Alright, so Valorans is 10, and yeah, it just says Valorans. This large building is a playhouse, so I guess Opera House map might work. Alright, so let's see. I don't know why they would have a dramatic battle in the Opera House, but it's something that could happen. Let's see what else. Mansion, Cathedral Square. That definitely sounds like a good place for a cool fight. And I think Zapiku actually just released a pretty good map for a Cathedral Square. Brindle Keep. Maybe the roof? That could be kind of cool. And let's see. Cemetery. Maybe. It's a lot of maps. And then Temple of the Raven Queen. Not sure why they would fight inside the Temple of the Raven Queen, but it could work. Alright, so top picks, obviously, we want to get some city gates. We have this bridge right here in Area 1 that leads to what I'm assuming is the marketplace. Yeah, so a cool bridge would be cool. So we'll put city bridge. And just eyeballing anything else. Maybe outlying fields. Outlying farms. Alright. So that's a lot of maps that we gotta look for. Okay. Now, we had talked about using the maps from Crabwell. So let's take a look at that. Because we could do Crabwell on fire, and then Crabwell not on fire. So that works pretty good. The issue here is I don't know where I would put... Oh. Get back here. I don't know where I would put this that would make it match up with the city's layout. Like, I could probably shift things around. Now, they don't show it on the map, but there could be, like, canals and stuff, like, fed by the river. So, it's not, like, a completely unbelievable thing. I think if we rotated this a little bit, it could be the east gate. That might work. So, yeah, we could probably make this the east gate. It has some interiors as well. I don't know if we need those interiors or not. They are lovely, though. Okay. So, yeah, we could probably do Crabwell 4 as East Gate. So, there we go. I suppose we could just Photoshop these around a little bit. Let's see. Crabwell 3. What do we got here? This could be another gate, I guess. It doesn't really feel like it connects to anything else, though. And it is sort of got like a shrine situation there. I don't know if that shrine matches up well with anything else that we have in the city. But again, you know, there's not a lot of city maps, so I don't feel like making one. And I feel like these are pretty good. What else we got? We got one here. Looks like it's in the top right a little bit. Everything's kind of overgrown. This could be the shrine. Yeah, that could work. The Shrine of Melora. We could also just argue that there's interior walls in the city. Hey, I want to offer promotion to my channel. Oh, wow, that's so great. Man. Anyways, let's see. And then the last Crabwell is Crabwell number 1, which is that. Gonna be honest, I don't know if any of these really work for the sets that we need. Alright, let's look at Zapiku's Patreon, because I know that there are a couple of maps that would work for this. Aw. 2 years, and that's a long time, man. Also, we got to figure out when to do our thing, because I did all that reading and listening to videos and stuff about minions, and now I actually want to do the podcast about minions. Oh well. Let's see. Okay. In here, ancient map room. Ugh. Show us what you got. Hanging gardens. So I think that this could work. The hanging gardens for outside of the cathedral. And I think it would make for like a pretty dope battle. We would need one that doesn't have a bunch of elephants and stuff. I think like the White Palace variation would work pretty good. There's also a theme of lions, and that works because the knights of Brindol are called the Red Lions of Brindol. So I feel like this is a good map. I could definitely do some good stuff here. So we'll go ahead and we'll download that. See what we got to work with. Oh, it even comes with cute little boats. Oh, that's nice. Little boats. Okay. Go in here, and that's too jungly. That's got actual elephants in it. That could probably work. Nope, winter doesn't work. Ooh. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go with Hanging Gardens White Palace. Go. So, for Cathedral Square, we'll do a Zapiku like that. Come back for that one. Alright, that's good. Let's see. What else we got? Elder Brain, probably don't need that. Village Blacksmith, we don't need that. Robot Lake. Genie Gardens. Mountain Logging Camp. Peaceful Village Church, maybe. Dwarven Throne, we're actually using somewhere else. Riverwood Troll Castle, probably not. Forgotten Chapel. Beachside Bazaar. Griffin Roost Inn. Bone Mill Interior. Forbidden Gates. Solar Cathedral. A Ruined Courtyard. Palace Outer Court, maybe. Beach Town, Smuggler's Den, River, Stronghold, Pirate Lair, Grand Hunter's House, Deep Sea Temple. Okay. Let's see what these have to offer. No. That's not really going to help us too much. No, not for this. Could be a random encounter, not useful for the city. Again, too spooky. Solar Cathedral. Well, that certainly works. Okay. So, we'll do Solar Cathedral will be Cathedral Interior. Alright. Ruined Courtyard. I don't suppose there's a not ruined courtyard, is there? That would be too easy. No, they're all ruined. Okay. Palace Outer Court. Nah. Alright. Now we must hit up heroic maps. Because I don't think afternoon maps. Dom, you're in chat. You're an expert on afternoon maps. Do they have anything that we could use for city gates, a city bridge, marketplace, Shrine of Melora, Opera House, the roof of a big castle, a cool cemetery that we haven't already used, Temple of the Raven Queen, and outlying farms? I feel like we've got outlying farms covered for days. We could also go and just use the original maps that I used when I ran this on Roll20. So that's an option. And that would be essentially these Witcher 3 maps. that somebody did for Dungeons and Dragons. Here we go. So back in 2016, if you could remember such a time, this guy, he had all of these maps. I don't know if the maps are even still hosted. Maybe. So these are city maps from Witcher 3 that I guess they like hacked their game or whatever on the computer, and they just went in and they did all these cool like top-down shots of the town. And this is a lot of really great, like, look at that. I like that. That works pretty good, you know. And so this is what I used the last time I ran it. Oh no, it's a lot of weird ads. So we could just use these. Did all of them open up? They did. And this is what I used last time, and I just had like different sections of the city, and I just picked out maps from here, and I just did it that way. So that could work. Afternoon Maps just released a city gate. All right, hold on, I have to see this for myself. A little sleepy today. There was a big Christmas party at my day job, and my very good friend was secretly in charge of it, and so I ended up going in super early to help them, and I'm like so fucking tired. Plus there was like 150 people in a very small space, so I probably got like 14 kinds of COVID now. Let's see. Undertaker Shop, Ambush Point, Crime Lord's Hideout, Old Troll Bridge. I'm not seeing it, Dom. Lighthouse, City Docks. That could actually be pretty useful. Alright. But we could just take these Witcher 3 things and use those. So, it's just an idea. Let's see. Ooh, that one looks pretty cool. It's like an intersection of a bunch of streets and stuff. And like, look at that. The kind of winding street with like the different heights and everything. Oh, by the way, if you would like a link to this, I will post it in the chat. Here you go. Here's a bunch of maps from Witcher 3. Which is topical, because they just re-released it. Let's see. This is a pretty cool marketplace as well. Not like as good as like a good marketplace map, but still pretty good. Ah, here we go. Here is a bridge leading to the town. Nice. Let's see. Also a bridge leading into the town. Alright. So yeah, maybe we'll just take maps from here. That could work too. Roads and bridges. Here's a palace. Here's a noble estate. Alright. So here's some outdoor places that all look pretty cool. Oh, check it out. This is what I made the original, when I ran Red Handed Doom and I needed a cool bridge for Skull Gorge Bridge. I photoshopped this. This is what I used to make the bridge. I just like made it bigger over and over and over again. So, man, revisiting this stuff. Nostalgia for sure. Alright. Here's the palace. Well, that's a cool spot for a fight. Look at that. Okay. Right? These are great for what they are, which is just top-down screenshots. I've been saying that for a Roll20 modern game or contemporary fantasy game, you could just get like Grand Theft Auto and you could just go into Grand Theft Auto and just take screenshots, like just top-down screenshots of all the stuff you need. I don't know if Cyberpunk, if there are mods that allow you to kind of fly or whatever, but you could like fly and go into camera mode and like take pictures of the city and stuff like that, of Night City. You could just generate your own maps this way. Like, look at this one. All these steps that they can climb up and everything. Like, it's fucking cool. This would actually make a really good map for a fight. It'd be a little hard to read, but like, you want to talk about like tower defense as they're like climbing up? Ooh, I kind of like that. All right, so we're gonna say steps to the cathedral. Yeah, so they climb up, and then they go into the cathedral proper, and then they have the actual fight there. So it'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Let's see. So this is all the palace. I think this is from that Blood and Wine expansion or whatever. And then we got this noble estate, including the hedge maze where Triss tried to get a little frisky. You know what I'm saying? And look at that. That's a pretty cool courtyard right there. Holy shit. Alright, so let's see. What do we need a courtyard for? Cathedral Square would need a courtyard, but is there anywhere else that could benefit from a courtyard? Alright. I'm gonna put that here, because maybe it's more appropriate than the Seppuku Hanging Gardens, honestly. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna copy... Well, I guess we could just save it. Yeah. Brindol Cathedral Square. Nice. All right. Could just make them all ourselves though too, in Yield Incarnate, but all right. I feel pretty good then about the maps we have lined up. I would like to go check out. Let's go to Drive-Thru RPG. Alright. Drive-Thru RPG. We want to go to Heroic Maps. Ugh. And let's see. Cities and towns. And then probably... I don't think they have a tab just for graveyards, but that would be pretty cool. It's a lot of tabs already. And then there should be one for like castles. Let's see. Castles. Castles. There we go. Okay. Airship dock. Alleyways. There we go. City temple. Rooftops of Ditchbury. The city of Shawari Rooftop Chase. Maybe. I think I picked that up for Themis and then ended up using the different map for Themis anyways. Dilleed Alley. It's almost a bit too immersive. Village Interiors, Village Summer. Sewers. I don't really want to go that route, having to deal with sewers on top of everything else. Let's see. Fort Perding, Fort Thomas, Fort. More sewers. So many sewers. Drow City. Future City. Let's see. The Old City Necropolis. Oh, okay. That could be pretty useful. Let's see. Shipyard, shipwrights, marsh gate. I think that's just a small town. All right. Before I go any further, let's look at what we got. So here's a very busy, crowded town, which has interiors and roofs and all that. So that could definitely make a good place for fighting. So we could put miscellaneous, and we'll put alleys. No, that's allies. Alleyways. There we go. Okay. And then we've got City Temple, which I have used before, but I do not mind using again. I just feel like it's too small to be anything particularly useful. Alright, so I guess we'll pass on that one. We need, like, nice set piece things. Oh, that's cool. Rooftops of Ditchbury looks really good. So we'll do more. Let's see. Alleyways. Okay. Then over here. Yeah. Definitely doesn't have the theme that we need, but it would have been great for Themis. Especially when they could have had a rooftop chase. Oh, well. I think we've spent enough time in Themis. Dillied Alley. Ooh. That's another good one. Okay. I don't know how many of these alleyway maps we really need, but we have a few. Okay. And then we've got the necropolis inside the town. That's perfect. We'll use that for the cemetery. And then over here, we got Marshgate. So this would be good for one of the gates of the cities that doesn't have a bridge. So if we look at the map, that would be 3 out of 4 gates don't have a bridge. So we could go and do that. Alright. Let's see. What else we got? Ooh, look. Their hottest title is Lanternwick Heights, which has a really cool adventure associated with it. Tee-hee? Alright, so let's see. That, and then this one. Oh, this is for the castles, the castle roofs. Okay. Do we just need the roof of a castle. I don't really anticipate them fighting through the castle. I don't know. Here's a guard barracks. You can see how that looks. Here's a deep fort bridge. That could be another gate. Fort Thomas, Fort Chaos, Fortress of the Demon Knight, Fortress of the Fire Mage. A beat up old castle that's under construction. Okay. More docks. If we needed even more docks, I guess. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Old-timey castle. I don't own that one. I'm not gonna spend $10 on that. I got enough castles already. Past the 700 hands. In the winter. Let's see. Greystone Dungeon. Dark Mines. Evil Castle. Hall of Fallen Heroes. I'm just curious about that one. The Hall of Heroes. The Harbor Fort. The more ruins. Grax Prison. A bunch of Hero Quest maps. Marsh Village. Marsh Gate again. Let's see. Great Library. Castle surrounded. Oh, this is a great castle, but first of all, I don't own this castle? Big question mark. Viking maps. Whew. Okay. Rivergate Fort. Probably not. Shrine of the Winter Flame. You know what? It sounds crazy, but we could just make these maps. No, no, no. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. All right. Castle Sunspire. That could work. Castle Darkspire. No, that's for bad guys. Let's see. Winterfell. Lanternwick Heights. I know. There's only 15 minutes. Thank you, robot. Fallen Stronghold. House on Night Creek Hill. The Moving Castle. I don't know if there's a good roof for the Moving Castle. I can't remember. North Gate. Hey, that sounds like it might be useful. Alright. Let's take a look at North Gate. The problem with them having like over 1,000 maps is like I have to look through 1,000 maps when I'm looking for things. Sometimes I'll message them and be like, hey, you guys recommend a map for this? And it's like, how could they remember across 1,000 maps like what would be the most appropriate map for my question? But I still ask. I have no shame. The Silver Sword Pit Fighting Club. I doubt they're going to take time for pit fighting with the war that's going on. This party's pretty serious business, so Mythic would definitely take time. Mythic is like the Geralt that just plays Gwent the whole time and like discovers all of the side quests and the lore and all that. And then it's like, but what about Ciri? And they're like, we'll get to it eventually. Like, that's sort of my Mythic group. Alright. We have exhausted our directory. Let's take a look. Guard barracks. I could see guard barracks being a useful thing. Sure. So I will add a note here for barracks. There we go. And what do we got here? A deep bridge fort. Nope, can't use that. That's underground. I guess we could have used it for dwarves, but whatever. Let's see. Docks. Yeah, that actually works pretty good. So we'll do that. Put this down at the bottom though, because don't really care about the docks as much as the other stuff. Alright, so what do we got here? Hall of Fallen Heroes. Oh, it looks so cool. What a cool map. What would I use that for? I don't know yet. I don't... Okay, we'll come back to it. Oh, Alexa, stop the timer. And then we got the Hall of Heroes that isn't fallen. And that looks pretty dope also, honestly. Let's see. This castle is much too small. Like, way too small. Castle Sunspire. What is your roof situation looking like? I like it, though. I think it could work. Let's make this Brindle Keep or whatever. Brindle Keep. There we go. And Moving City Castle. I can't remember if there's a roof or not. Let's see. I don't feel like opening it. We'll just go with that other castle. That's fine. And let's see. The North Gate. Yeah. I think that works. God damn it. Remember how we needed, like, a gate that was blocking a fucking road, and I couldn't find one, and so I built one myself, and then I even made, like, the interiors? There it is. Whatever. We'll use this for another gate map for the town. Okay. And then finally, Secret Pit Fighting Club. Unlikely that they're going to utilize it, so we won't worry about it. And that's about it for today. So I think we made some pretty good progress. We mapped out our maps of what we need for the city. I know that there's already a great marketplace right here. Nope, I just got to spell it right. Marketplace? Wow. Get rid of cities and get rid of this. And now search. Okay. Anyways, there. Market Square Festival. Got it. Um, so we have a good market. Oh wow, that's really neat. Okay. So we have plenty of good market squares that we could use from all different sorts of creators, so that's not an issue. Um, and then the city bridge, I'm gonna say, look at Witcher 3. The Shrine of Melora, I might make myself. The Opera House, we definitely have through afternoon maps. The Cathedral Square, we have a couple of options. So, but I'm going to say Witcher 3. And let me go ahead and grab that link right there. Cool. And Temple of the Raven Queen. So we still need to find spooky temple needed. And outlying farms, so many from everyone. And then we have the docks, we have the barracks, and we have a couple of alleyways. So yeah, that is more than enough. That will definitely cover, in my opinion, every part of the city that we need to cover. Everything else can be handled with an image in a roleplay scene. So not too bad, guys. I'm going to say that these maps I could probably finish off stream. It would be a pretty boring stream to watch me set up like a dozen maps, but I don't know. Everything is content, I guess. And then we put everything in a folder, and we're good to go on Brindle as far as infrastructure. Then we have to dig into the actual content of Brindle, which is covered here on page 89, the Battle of Brindle. There are 5 stages. For those of you familiar with my other games, I want you to pay close attention to everything that you're seeing in the Battle of Brindle, but don't say anything, but just pay close attention to it. So anyways, there's 5 stages of the battle, and in each stage, things begin to ramp up, and then there is, of course, one like key battle in each of these stages that it is best for the heroes to face, but they might not necessarily face those battles. Yeah. There's also a section here. Many of Brindle's shopkeepers, merchants, and adventurers have donated potions, scrolls, and wands to the cause. PCs are allowed to draw upon these resources to a limited extent. Any potions, scrolls, and wands described in the Dungeon Master's Guide are available in any quantity or combination as long as the total value of items does not exceed 5,000 GP. It's pretty good. Oh, map prep during podcast? Yeah, maybe. I gotta find like a good show to watch, and I can just like listen/watch the show while I'm prepping, and then just do some off-stream prepping, and just kind of mindlessly indulge in some stuff. I used to listen to a lot of audiobooks when I did prep before I started streaming, but you know now it's mostly prep streams. So let's see. Then we got the walls. We've got a Bithriax. Very excited about that. Streets of Blood tells you different fights you could use, different fights you could have. There's a weird thing here with like a sniper trying to kill people, so we'll kind of work that in as well. And then of course the final battle against General Karn, and then they find out in this battle against General Karn that it was all for nothing. Saturday morning cartoon villain laugh. And then there's a point system that, thank God the players aren't aware of this point system, because they'd feel really bad. Essentially, any Wormlords that escaped cost you victory points, essentially. And then stuff like destroying the eggs in the hatchery at rest gets you 2 victory points. So you have to have a certain number of victory points, or you just don't win the Battle of Brindle. Like, no matter how hard you fight, no matter who you kill, if you don't get enough victory points, you don't win. Now, I have never heard of any group ever not having enough victory points to win Red-Handed Doom, but it could happen. So, not with this group though, but maybe some other group. All right, I gotta go run the game. It's gonna be hosted by Lexaeus on the old Twitch. I can't host it anymore because that doesn't exist anymore. The VOD for the game will be out on Thursday if you're interested in that. Tonight I've got Curse of Strahd Classic with my friends and family group. That is not a streamed game, but man, it is pretty fun. And then tomorrow morning we've got Curse of Strahd Daybreak. They're going to be finishing up the Death House. And tomorrow night we got Mythic Odyssey, and we should be finishing up the Isle of Themis. So that's pretty cool. And then Monday night we've got Odyssey Prime, and we should be doing stuff in that. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Oh, Tuesday we got a playtest for an adventure project we're working on. I believe we have one or two spots still available. If anybody is interested in helping us playtest this product, please hit me up on Discord for more information. It's going to be 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time on our Discord. So please hit me up if you're interested in helping out with some playtesting for an upcoming adventure. All right. Hope everybody has a good weekend, and I will see you next time.